guys, and welcome back to the Fram. It's basically just a Fram update. So this is the state of Fram at the moment. The hull is all done and stuff like that. I'm going to start on working on the masts and the bowsprit and whatnot. However, seeing that I'm doing the Wicked Wench as a diorama, I had to practice a little bit on making a diorama because I never done anything like it before. I always wanted to, and something that I've been trying to do for the past 2 years. I just really didn't have a suitable ship, basically. But I created this little piece here. I don't know if you can see it. Of an old sailboat. I'm just gonna move Fram here. Of an old sailboat I had called Bon Retour. And it kind of turned out pretty good. I did some small quotations mark fun stuff here. Put a barrel and a crate in the water to float. I tried to get the water to go down that way from the from set crates and barrels, so it gives the illusion of some sort of movement. Cut the waves, and on my Instagram page I already uploaded this and how I made it. It's basically just some foam pieces underneath here with and then I shaped out for the hull, and then I put over some napkins, some paper towels, and then I put over some tin foil, painted everything. First of all, I carved the like sort of waves down in the foam, and then laid everything I just said on top of that. Then painted everything with 2 different colors, one darker for the waves valleys, and a little bit lighter on top. Used some different kinds of materials to get the bow wake here, which is I'm really not that happy with, because I wanted to make it look different. I wanted to go out like this, like so. But yeah, and I actually thought this was really fun to do. Like really fun to do. So I decided that I would actually make my Fram ship here into a diorama. It's not going to be as wavery as this one. I'm just gonna make it like some sort of smooth ocean kind of thing in the Antarctic. Maybe some snow and some. I'm gonna see if I can do an iceberg and some ice flakes floating in the sea around Fram. Small, smooth waves, but still enough to kind of create the effect of some sort of waves, but not as steep as the smaller diorama. And maybe even 3D print some penguins or something to put on the iceberg. I think that could be pretty funny, and I love having fun doing this stuff. So this is going to be the fate of Fram before I do the before I attach the mast and all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna measure out and cut out the foam to like pre-start the process of the diorama. So yeah. So once I once I have done that with the foam cutting, which I'm also going to film so you can follow every step that I do, I'm gonna go on with the mass and whatnot, and yachts, basically. I have all the pieces here ready to go, and I got some other pieces also. So anyways, this is just a small Fram update. I'm probably gonna concentrate a little bit more on Fram, because then it can be done. I have more room for the Wicked Wench. I still have Wicked Wench videos lined up, so it's not going to be completely forgotten. But seeing that I'm really close being done with Fram, and I'm going to do the diorama as well, I might as well just see if I can get it done sooner than later. So it's going to be kind of like a mix with the videos of Wicked Wench and the Fram. But as I said, going in to make it into a diorama, I'm going to make some snow. I even have some sort of I even have this, I believe, which is Vallejo weathering effect snow, that I can use on the railings and all on the top stuff. I don't want it to be completely covered in snow or anything like that. It's not going to be a completely snow diorama. It's going to be a sailing ship that has been snowed upon in icy waters. Kind of like, I don't know what that would be in a short word. A polar expedition diorama, maybe. And I also got some comments that on this diorama here, it looked kind of stupid because there aren't any sailors or any men on the ship. But let me know in the comment below if you want me to see if I can find some small figures to 3D print that I can put on Fram, just to see, like maybe one or two figures, just to showcase that there's some sort of life on top of the ship, on the deck on the ship. But let me know that in the comments if you think that would be a good idea. So yeah, I'm also going to showcase all the products I'm going to use. I'm going to do the diorama, which is going to be my second diorama, but my very first diorama of size. As I said, I've only made this diorama here as well. Actually, that's not true, because I started a smaller diorama here that I'm going to make for my son, which is kind of dusty now, which is a submarine going up from the ocean. I'm going to do some, I'm going to cover this in some sort of wood and something like that. It's not done, it's really not done. I'm kind of trying to figure out with the foamy of the waves, and if I'm done, and I tried a plaster mixture with paper. So this is basically just a really test of different approaches on how to do a diorama. So I lied. This is my second diorama. So it's going to be my third diorama, but it's still going to be my first very big diorama. So yeah, you can follow on Instagram, on my Instagram page, which is the burning sale, where I upload pictures and stuff of my work during the week. So you don't have to wait for a video to get an update or see what I'm doing, because I'm doing all sorts of stuff. But this is also going to be on the on my Instagram page. So yeah, showcasing the what I'm doing, showing how I make my diorama, which is, I'm not saying that it's the correct way, because I have no idea what the correct way is, but I've looked at everything on that I could on YouTube, also concerning my Wicked Wench battle diorama. So that's going to be spectacular with some explosives and stuff like that. I'm going to really practice to see how to do, like, see if I can make that kind of stuff, and also make the guns fire and stuff like that. But I'm going to start out with doing a nice polar expedition diorama for Fram, seeing that she is a polar ship, or an Arctic ship, an expedition ship. So anyways, that was just a short update on what's going to happen the next few months on my channel. So I hope that you will enjoy the progress, and I hope that you will join me in these adventures that I'm gonna take. It's probably going to be full of errors, but error is a good thing, because that's the way we learn. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.